Strangers from distant lands, friends of all. Hey, what's going on, my friends? I hope you're okay. Hope you're having a nice day. This is an update video on my English oaks. Well, in fact, three different oaks that I'm going to show you today. And as you can see, it's just to show you how most of them are by now waking up from winter. And you can see that the nice little tender leaves, have made their appearance now. Yeah, and it's really cool. And this one, I didn't show you that last time, but I wired it a little bit because potentially this is going to be the front of the tree. Now, if you can see over there in the back, we have that stop that is going to leave a significant scar, and so I want to keep that out of the main view. And so in the future, you can see that I'm gonna develop this silhouette. Yeah. And so I'm gonna have a tree that's gonna look very much like an oak in nature. Yeah. And so originally this wasn't wired, and it was growing parallel to this branch that we have right here. That's why I used to wire this one. With this one, I joined the two. They anchored each other, and now I separated them. And you can see that the result is acceptable. Yeah. And so, a very curious note about this tree. You can't see it very well in this one, but the last time I worked in this little tree was when I defoliated it during fall. Yeah. And so you can see that the tree, because it was weakened at the start of autumn during the fall, some of the leaves that have come out are very, very small. And you can see a very noticeable difference between the leaves that were, or the branches that were defoliated and the ones that were not. And so that's what I want to show you. Not with this particular one, because I think it was completely defoliated, but with another one. So we can see that, the leaf reduction is something that we can definitely see in this particular specimen. I don't know if it was the best idea, especially because I live in a tropical place, and this belongs in a very cool climate, in a place with a very cool weather. I don't know if it was the best idea, but it was suggested to me by an Italian bonsai artist that I follow on Instagram. And maybe for him it works very well because he lives in Italy. And Italy, as we know, the north of Italy anyways, has a weather with these tribes. So I don't know if I'm going to continue to do this. Maybe in spring. In spring I'll definitely, do some operations on it to develop ramification and smaller leaves, but I don't know, I just want to keep them healthy. So this is number one. Yeah, I'm going to show you another one. So this is number two, and this one you definitely saw very well on that last video where we were talking about oaks in winter, quote unquote winter, because it was very warm here. And we can see the same thing, right? The new leaves are beautiful. I love them. 4 years old from seed, and there we can see the potential structure, and the sacrificial branches that I told you I was going to remove in the future. I'm just going to leave them to grow for the moment, but still I'm going to prune a little bit, so this little leader here gets all of the energy, and the trunk can start to thicken more evenly, and we don't have big bulbous places like this, big bulbous sections in the trunk, and that will have to be cut and carved in the future. So we want a nice looking trunk. So a vertical leader this time, not a lateral one. And so, like I said, I wanted to show you that some of these leaves, some of the leaves in this one were not defoliated last time, and you can see the difference in size. These are all new leaves, but these were not defoliated. And you see the difference in size? It's very clear that we have a noticeable size difference. Same story here, you see? Beautiful, but bigger, definitely bigger. Yeah. You might say, well, it's because this one, the little reddish one, it's younger. It's true, but this one right here is mature already. We can see that it's changed color and texture, but still, it's much smaller than these ones. Yeah. So, interesting. Nice experiment. And like I said, it might work very well for native weather for these little trees, but I don't know if I'm going to continue to perform that technique during the autumn. So 2 English oaks, I have more, but it's pretty much the same. I'm going to show you now the same effect, the same phenomena, but now in my red oaks. It's a Quercus Buckleyi. At least I think that's the scientific name. Anyway, so let's take a look at that. And here we go. This is the bonsai from scratch edition. Remember? This is the state it's in. Little leaves emerging. And you can see that reddish tone. Oh, come on, focus. We can see that reddish tone from the leaves. Very characteristic of, the Quercus Buckleyi. At least I think. Sorry about the ice cream truck. I'm gonna go chase it in a minute. But yeah, that's the main structure for it. I wired it a little bit just because some branches were growing in funny places. And still I'm gonna have to do some more wiring in the upper section of the plant. Sacrificial branch there. And the leaves are, very small because they're just coming out, right? They're bound to be super small. But still, it's nice. And so in this one, this is also a Quercus Buckleyi. But we can see again the size difference between these leaves and these where I defoliated. Little branches that I defoliated. I really like this one. To be perfectly honest with you, I neglected this little specimen a little bit, and it was not growing in the best container or the best soil, but I transplanted it during autumn, and we can see that now it has nice bonsai soil. It's growing in a colander, and we can see that it's got nice potential, at the base of the tree, in the nevari. So in the future, we'll definitely work this as bonsai, and I wanna have like a little father and son style bonsai with a little section growing smaller than the main one here, which is like the father of the composition, and this one will be the son. And yeah, it'll be nice. So what's the next step for all of these little trees that I've shown you and the ones that I have, which are more? Fertilization. Yeah. What I need to do is to fertilize, and like I said before, safest bet would be to fertilize with organic fertilizer, but you can use whatever you have on hand. The other day I was watching this video from one of my unofficial bonsai teachers of Bjornholm, and he uses osmocote. I don't know how he uses it, maybe for accent plants or something else, but I commented, if he uses osmocote, I'm gonna use it as well. So yeah, you can use whatever you have on hand as long as you're careful not to damage the plant, not to burn it. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. I'm gonna keep you updated on these little guys. I know these are very popular for some reason. Some of you have commented and how they want to see the development and how they're doing, and I I decided to shoot that video for you guys today. And so I hope you like it. I hope you're okay. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay.